Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, freedom fighters. How y'all doing this evening? I'm just doing this quick live stream real quick just to get it out the way. I actually forgot I was supposed to do a live stream when I left for work, and I'm already halfway home, so I won't be on long. But okay, so a guy in a subway, a subway performer who impersonates Michael Jackson, was having a mental breakdown, and some guy, some former Marine, decided that he was going to put this guy in a chokehold and hold the chokehold for 15 minutes while another guy held his arms down. Okay, now I want to say that again. A guy in a subway was acting a little bit foolish. All right, he was acting a fool, according to ABL, and allegedly he was threatening people or whatever, talking about how he ain't got no food and this, that, and the third. Just had a nervous breakdown, and a former Marine decided that he wanted to subdue the man, but while he subdued him, he held him in a chokehold for 15 minutes, and the guy passed away. Held him in a chokehold for 15 minutes. Listen, if you hold somebody in the chokehold like this Marine did, you're cutting off the blood supply to the brain, okay? And you only need to have the chokehold in place for a few seconds, maybe up to 30 seconds, maybe a minute if they're not fighting that hard. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. Depends on the person and the amount of pressure that you put on them. But it does not take 15 minutes to choke somebody into sleep. All right, it takes not even a minute in most cases. But he held the chokehold for 15 minutes. And ABL and B Tatum thinks it was justified. I want y'all to look at that. Killing someone because they're acting a fool is justifiable to these people. All right. Now, let's apply this and get some perspective to a different situation, a different scenario. There was a live stream that B Tatum, he was on a live panel on somebody's channel, and there was this cat Hotep Jesus that he was going to get in a heated debate with, and B Tatum decided that he wanted to act a fool, okay, in that live stream, and threaten Hotep Jesus and say all this kind of shit, was cussing up a storm, acting a fool. Now, let's say they were all together in person and B Tatum is acting a fool toward Hotep Jesus, and one of the other panelists decides to get behind B Tatum because, you know, he's acting a fool. He ain't putting his hands on nobody, he ain't touching nobody, he ain't harming anyone. He's just threatening with words and, you know, acting a fool, okay? Somebody, one of the other panelists decides to get behind B Tatum, put him in a chokehold until he passes out. And then another guy goes and holds his arms down. But instead of letting him go when he passes out, hold on, let me turn this. Instead of holding the chokehold until he passes out, he decides to hold the chokehold for 15 minutes. Kills Brandon Tatum. I guess it would be justified, right? Because B Tatum was acting a fool, being belligerent, you know, threatening Hotep Jesus, cussing at Hotep Jesus. So that we understand this, let's say the same applies with ABL, Anthony Brian Logan. So let's say that these guys are out in, let's say that, ABL is in the same scenario. So just so y'all know, if B Tatum and ABL are out acting a fool somewhere and they get choked to death, don't be upset. Understand that it's justified because he was acting a fool. All right, let's just get that understanding. Mighty Mouse was beating you big. Sid, Tazo, Mooch Man, this live video. Beating? Oh, bashing. that man's still talking about me. Man, I ain't said nothing about Minor Mouse, and I don't know how long. K-Rock, I don't know how long it's been since he's still talking about me. For what? What was it? I mean, he's doing his thing, being a pervert, all around YouTube. So in Las Vegas. Anyway, so just so you know, it is now okay to kill someone for acting a fool. It's justified, okay? If you act a fool, didn't B Tatum. He went to the store. He went to the supply store, like a Home Depot type place. Driving his truck with his with his flags flying, and some liberal flicked him off. So B Tatum decides to get out and follow this guy around the store and act a fool by calling this man out as he's walking in the other direction. Now, let's say somebody saw B Tatum acting a fool in this Home Depot type store, calling the guy out, acting threatening. Just so you know, if you see B Tatum out and he's acting a fool, being belligerent, being loud, you can go ahead, according to their logic. Okay, I'm not saying that this is what you should do. According to their logic, according to ABL logic, according to B Tatum logic, you should be able to get behind them, put them in a chokehold for 15 minutes, and kill them by their logic. Okay? And what I find interesting is how they had to bring race into it. You see, I didn't say anything about race. I didn't say anything about the Marine being white and the guy being black. It was one human being choking another human being to death. But they had to bring up race. Why? Because supposedly everybody else is bringing up race. So they decide that they wanted to highlight that it was a black man and a white man involved. Just because mainstream media is doing it and some activists are doing it doesn't mean that you got to do it. I'm getting tired of these people talking about other people bringing up race when that's essentially their bread and butter. That's how they rose to the heights they're at right now. Okay, these guys would have you believe, according to the logic in their videos, that acting a fool means that you deserve to die. This man on the subway in New York did not put his hands on nobody, did not wield a weapon. He just was being loud. And yeah, he was threatening some people and being belligerent and all that other shit. That don't give you carte blanche to go ahead and put somebody in a chokehold for 15 minutes. Okay? 15 minutes, even if he did put his hands on somebody. Let's say he grabbed somebody. Okay, boom. Be a good Samaritan. Grab the dude up. Yeah, put him in a chokehold until he pass out. Let his ass go. You don't need to hold his ass for 15 minutes. After you subdue him, which does not take that long, get up off his neck and then restrain him. Maybe like put his hand behind his back, or hold him down or something by the shoulders and the arms so he can't move until the popo show up. Why do you need to hold him in a chokehold for 15 minutes? Because he was acting a fool. Y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm getting at, right? Acting a fool. If you act a fool, you could deservedly die, okay? Acting a fool. Go ahead and act a fool. Somebody might put you in a chokehold and kill you. And you'll deserve it because you was acting a fool. And you know, I didn't even watch Brandon Tatum's video. I watched ABL's. And you know what's interesting? That this man did such little harm to people that the only thing that ABL could come up with is that he was acting a fool. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Help me, just tell me y'all understand what I'm saying. Acting a fool can get you murdered. Okay? At maybe not, maybe it wouldn't be murder, but at the very least, it should be manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. Okay? Now, being that this man was a Marine, he probably knew and understood that if you hold a chokehold for too long, you could kill somebody. He had to know that, in my mind, because he would be trained in the use of that chokehold. Now, you had to take that into consideration when you determine whether or not you want to think that somebody murdered somebody, intently killed somebody. But that's just me that's just me spitballing. All right. Sounds like a BS excuse to cause violence. Yeah. Oh, just so y'all know, they tried to give me a strike this morning for a 2-year-old video, damn near 2 years old. And what they gave me a strike for didn't even happen in the video. So of course I appealed it, and they reinstated, they were going to give me a suspension for 1 week and take the video down, but that didn't happen because I appealed it. And I said, look, you motherfuckers are full of shit. I didn't motherfucking say nothing that you said. I didn't say nothing that y'all accused me of saying when you told me I was getting a strike. And yeah, they granted the appeal. So here I am, able to do post videos and live streams. So, yep, they tried to play your boy. They got me fucked up. Anyway, I'm gonna highlight y'all later. I gotta get up in this crib and get ready for work tomorrow. Happy Friday, Nicolette Moore. And let's keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.